In a few hours from now, former US President Donald Trump is expected to make a pit stop in North Carolina. This time, Trump's campaign stop will be in the Queen City. Democratic candidate Kamala Harris was in the same constituency just last week. Given the close race between the two candidates, North Carolina is important for both candidates. North Carolina used to lean Republican and is now more of a purple state. It is reported to have even numbers of Republican and Democratic voters. Democrats running for president have only won North Carolina once since 1980, when Barack Obama carried the state in 2008. In 2020, Donald Trump secured a narrow victory margin in the rural territory, and this time round, Democrats believe they can win the state. According to Kamala Harris's campaign, Democrats are investing in rural areas of North Carolina, opening field offices in 13 rural and semi-rural counties, and the campaign is focusing on the eastern part of the state that has a larger concentration of black voters. North Carolina is also the same state where Republicans voted to override Democratic governor's veto of 12-week abortion ban last year. While Donald Trump prepares his pitch for the Queen City, Kamala Harris will push for new incentives to boost domestic manufacturing in Pittsburgh. Democratic candidate is expected to touch base with private sector in the city, and this development comes a day after her rival Trump said that he will take factory jobs from other countries if need be.
You heard what he said in the debate. He has no plan to replace it. He said concepts of a plan. Oh, you all watched the debate. You heard what he said in the debate.
And to get us the latest, our correspondent Susan Teherani is joining us live from New York. Susan, good to see you. The fact remains that 8 of the last 12 winners of North Carolina ultimately sat in the White House. So if we take that statistic a little further, a recent report actually suggests that if Kamala Harris wins North Carolina, she'll actually have 95% chances of sitting in the White House, and that same number stands at 74% for Donald Trump. Do you think that the stakes are higher for Donald Trump when it comes to North Carolina?
North Carolina has become a battleground state in recent years because of the change in population. It's turned left a little bit. Ultimately, right now, as we're seeing, according to the polls, if we believe them, New York Times, Siena says that Donald Trump is ahead in Arizona, Georgia, and North Carolina. Whether or not Harris can catch up in these Sunbelt states is yet to be seen. But nationally, as she's polling, she's ahead of Donald Trump. But then again, when we talk about one ahead of the other, the margins are so close, it's hard to tell. But the fact that North Carolina even is at play right now gives Kamala Harris an upper hand. But she's not as high as Joe Biden was this time in 2020.
All right, Susan, about 40 days to go. It does seem neck and neck, at least right now. Thank you so much for all those updates.
Yeah.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.